Ciao tutti! Welcome to another episode of the Italianforawhile podcast. Today we're back with Evie. Ciao Evie!
Hi, ciao!
Thank you so much for being here again with us.
Of course.
So Evie is about to leave Milan, where she did her gap experience. And so today we're doing a kind of exit interview, one of those that I often ask to our students. So I have some questions ready for you. And I just want to have like the whole story. So I'm gonna start by asking you from the very beginning when you decided to arrive, and we'll go up to your next steps and future plans. Okay?
Perfect.
Perfect. So let me start with the first question. What made it click for you that you wanted to come here in Milan for 9 months?
Well, my passion is fashion design, and of course Milan is the perfect place to come for that. And I was going to go to college in New York City, but I didn't finish my portfolio early enough, and I didn't really want to go anywhere else, so I decided to come here.
Like not to waste your time.
Exactly. And obviously that's like the greatest thing ever to come to Milan, Italy. And before I came here, I met a guy from Milan. We dated for a little bit, but
so it also like gave you the idea of the city in particular, of Milan in particular.
exactly, yes.
Okay. So you're speaking like in the past. You dated the guy.
Yes.
So it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over. Was it over before you arrived?
Way before.
Way before.
When we broke up, I could have not come.
Yeah, that was my question.
Exactly.
Like, why did you decide to come regardless?
I wanted to come for myself, not anybody else, and I knew that this would be such a cool experience for me.
Okay.
So,
was it the first time, like, far away from home for you?
yes. I mean, the only other time I came with my parents here.
Here, okay.
Last December. But that was the only time I had ever been out of America. So this was a really big thing for me.
Yeah, I imagine. How old are you? Let's say to all of them.
I'm 18.
You're so small. No, it's like the best age ever to do new things,
Exactly.
to explore the world, to go outside of the US, because I mean, it's so big that often Americans are like, no, they're sticking there, you know?
Exactly.
So it's just so nice. And also I love to hear that fashion equals Milan and not like Paris, for example. So Italian pride, it's like very, thank you.
Of course. It's what I think.
Okay, so then I want to talk about the moment you arrived. I know, because of course we've met other times, not only when we did the podcast with Cambria, but also for coffee, for chit chat and stuff. You told me that at the beginning it wasn't easy for you here. So I want to know why, and I want to know like what was the hardest part for you and how you dealt with that.
The hardest part for me was definitely when I first got here. The first few weeks, like 2 weeks, especially the first week, I didn't have any friends yet, and I had never been on my own before. Before I came here, I wasn't very independent in the way of I didn't like being alone. I always liked being with friends and being with my family, and I was kind of scared of being alone. I just liked doing stuff. But when I came here, I found that I had to be alone a lot. And that was really scary at first. And then I started going to school, and I was the only American in my class who only knew English. And like everyone else spoke Spanish or something. Or some other language, and I felt really behind. I felt like I wasn't really learning as fast as everyone else, but and that was really hard for me, just feeling like I was very behind. I didn't really have any friends at first, and that was really scary.
Okay. And what made it like, what changed? What happened that made you feel like, okay, I can do this?
Yes, definitely meeting my first friend. Well, the first person I actually talked to was just a random guy in a thrift store.
Yeah, because you told me you like vintage shopping.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was.
What happened? Tell me.
I was sad in my room, and I was like, what's the one thing that will immediately make me happy? Thrift shopping. So I went to the one closest to my house, and the guy working there was so nice. He was close to my age, and he just talked to me, and that was the first person I had talked to other than my host family there, and it gave me hope. I was like, maybe I can make friends here.
Of course.
And then, of course, the biggest thing was meeting Cambria, and
just for those who maybe don't know,
Yes.
Cambria is another Italian-for-a-while student, and we immediately were like, guys, connect.
yes. Me and Cambria, we hung out the first time at the lunch.
When we met for lunch.
Yes.
Yes.
And then after, my phone was dying, and she was like, come to my apartment and charge your phone. It's right here. So I went. We ended up hanging out for the rest of the day. And then
You never
never went
separated.
back. Exactly.
Nice.
That is what definitely turned around my sadness.
Okay, so my next question to you was actually like, tell me the moment that you were like, okay, I don't feel alone anymore. But pretty much you answered, I think it's from when you met Cambria, basically. Okay. And then from there, what happened? Like, did you manage to create a group with other students? Because I remember you telling me like, oh, I'm going out with dinner, like to have dinner with my classmates. Oh, me and Cambria are going there.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, after that, every day during the coffee break during school, Cambria introduced me to her classmates because we were in the same class, and they were so nice, and we ended up hanging out after class, and me and Cambria were also on this group chat for Milan, a big one from TikTok, and girls just texted on there saying, hey, do you want to go out for drinks later as like a group? And we would just meet up with girls on there, and that's a big...
Nice.
We went out with those girls a lot.
Okay.
And that was so fun.
Yeah, I remember Cambria telling me that like her first week, because she arrived earlier than you, I think, she told me that on her first week she found this group on TikTok and she just went out like aperitivo with these girls.
Exactly.
And like, so this is actually one very nice tip also for future students, especially your age, but also older. Like I use TikTok as well, but also Instagram. Like you can use social to find new people, like not only the people in school, because of course you can be super lucky like Cambria was, like to have people that you really get along with in your class, but sometimes it just like the timing it's off, or like you don't speak Spanish as you said, and maybe in that particular moment in that class there were so many people speaking Spanish that of course you felt like a bit left behind. But so I mean, these are things that are unpredictable, but there are still ways, like first, other people in the school, so like Cambria. So just to go out and explore. And also I think the school activities are also a way in which you can meet people, but also social media. So you girls were very smart. Actually, from when Cambria told me these, I am like giving this tip to a lot of students.
Really?
Like on their first week, maybe they arrive the weekend before the classes start and they are completely on their own. I'm like, look on the internet, maybe there's some group for your city, like maybe not, for sure there's a group online.
And it wasn't even for only the beginning. I just met up with a group from there last week.
Ah, nice, exactly. So like it's like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Very nice. I think this is actually a very nice tip for the students, for whoever is listening.
Exactly. And I have another tip. It was so tempting to just stay in my room because I had no friends and just watch TV, but just one time going out, you could meet your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I almost said no to Cambria when she asked to hang out for the first time, and I was like, you know what?
Let's go.
Let's go. What's the worst that can happen? And that was the best decision of my life.
You know, this is actually a tip that I give to a lot of students. I'm like, you have to come and be yes man or yes woman.
Yeah.
Like you have to become someone that is open to everything, because
Yeah.
that's the only way that you're gonna meet people. And like you have to put yourself in a position of being found by whatever destiny puts in your way, you know? So I really agree with these, and thanks for saying it. Now I want to talk about another thing that I think it's really important. That is, as you mentioned at the beginning, you wanted to explore Europe. So I know that you travel pretty much. So I want to know where did you go? And then I want to know your favorite trip. The only spoiler I can give is I remember during Halloween, Cameron, you sent me like a picture.
Yes.
You went to
We went to Disney.
Want to.
Well, actually, I have a list on my phone of all the places I went. We went, should I just say everywhere I went?
Yeah, of course.
We went to Amalfi, Italy. We went to Disney in Paris.
For Halloween. And
for
you
Halloween.
sent me the picture and you were like wearing costumes.
Yeah,
you were so cute.
I was a clown. And I went to London.
I remember you told me that you went like to the Christmas market somewhere.
We went to Budapest.
Nice.
And where else? Oh, I think that's it. We went to a few places in the mountains. Close.
Yeah, also in Italy, no? I remember, like you told me you went to Gardaland and these kind of things. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, you did a lot of trips. It's like really, really impressive.
Yeah. My favorite was definitely London.
Yeah.
I loved it there. I have a friend there from America.
Okay.
She's going to college there for fashion design. And it was... I loved it in London so much.
Okay, you think you'll be back?
Yeah, I would definitely visit London. And if I didn't want to stay in America, I would definitely try to like something like this there.
Yeah, I mean, London, it's another big fashion capital, so...
Yeah, it was so cool how close it was from here.
It
was like an hour and a half plane ride.
Yes, I know. This is like the beauty of being in Europe. Like, you can go everywhere like in 2, 3, 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. So, other than your favorite trip, what is like your favorite memory from a trip or in general that you'll keep with you of this experience?
Well, I have so many.
This is already a nice start.
I'll just pick one. One of the first best memories with, I was with Cambria. I was with Cambria, and we were just walking to this poke place, and this big group of people was walking past us, and they just said hi to us, and we just said hi and walked past. But then Cambria turned around, and they were like saying hi to us, and then we walked up to them. We talked to them. Turns out they were on a trip here from Japan, and they were so cool. They had like the coolest outfits on, and they were like, "Do you want to hang out with us later?" And then we ended up hanging out with them for like so long, and it was the best experience ever. They told us about Japan. We told them about America, and we just had so much fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like a really big exchange.
Exactly. And like we would have never had that if Cambria didn't just turn around and like it was just one thing, and it was just such a great experience.
Again, like, yes man, yes woman. You have to be open.
Exactly.
So nice. Very, very nice. Also like an unusual best memory, you know?
Yeah.
I was expecting like something from any of your trips but this is so beautiful. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so now let's get into a more like specific question for you. Like, I know that you've decided to leave earlier, so to end your gap experience sooner than it was expected. And you know, sometimes a lot of people are like, oh, if you just leave earlier, then you're giving up or whatever, you know? But I want to know for you, what does leaving early means? Like, you feel like you're quitting, or you're just like choosing what is best for you?
So I am leaving for a few reasons. The biggest thing is just that I miss home, and I love it here so much, and I love all my friends, and I love Milan, but I just think that that was a little too long to stay. And
You were a bit too brave.
yeah, yeah, and I would have never, like, I wouldn't have left earlier than this. I love it here. I'm so happy that I came, but it's just a decision. I'm just deciding to leave now instead of then. And
Yeah, so you are happy with your decision. You, like, I want to know, I want to know, what do you feel? Like, you feel at ease with your decision? Are you maybe like wondering, oh, but what if I stay more?
honestly, I'm very happy with my decision, and I know that some people, when I tell them, they say, "What? You have such a big opportunity and you're leaving, and like you can just go home. You're so close." But I know that this is the best decision for me and what I want. I have job opportunities in America that I can start on, and I have a plan for what I'm gonna do when I get home, and I just think that it's right for me.
Okay. And this is, I think, really, really important, because like the important message that I would like to like get out of these is that it's okay, like you were maybe too confident in like picking such a long time so far away from home at your age, first experience ever away, I remember you told me several times that you miss your parents, you miss your siblings, you miss your boyfriend. So I mean, it can happen, but still, like, it's not a failure. Like, you should already be proud of like being here, of being willing to come and try. You came so far away from home on your own. You gave it a try for different months, for like a lot of months. So in the end, you have taken this decision, but it's totally okay. So I'm happy that you feel okay with your decision, that you're happy, that you're confident. Now it's also Christmas time, so of course I can imagine that you're happy to go back. I mean, you would have gone anyways. I remember you told me, and you then would have just come back. You just decided not to come back. And if you also have like already opportunities back home that await for you, then I think in the end, like, everything is like falling into place, and that next year, if you still want, you're gonna be able for your New York fashion classes, and so perfect. Okay, now I have like a philosophical question. No, seriously, like, when you look back at this experience, despite your decision of coming back, you feel like the positive parts and memories outweighed the struggles?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, the positive memories, I completely outweigh the bad parts. I had so much fun here, and when I think of my trip here, all I think of is the good memories. And I look at all the pictures, and I was so happy, like, all of the time, except for those small times. And yes, definitely.
Okay. So, okay, you didn't even have to think about it. So this is a good thing. Okay, now I wanted to talk about another aspect, because we talked about vintage shopping. You told me that you want to like study design and everything. What, like, did this passion of yours help you connect with Italy? And also, like, after your experience here, you think like something has changed in the way you perceive design, fashion, or like anything related to this world?
Yeah, this has definitely made me very much clearer that I do want to do fashion design as my future. Before, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm making the wrong decision. I don't actually know if I want to do fashion design. But being here has definitely made me decide. It's made me realize that I definitely want to do fashion design, and it is my passion.
Okay, nice. And I also remember that you told me that you were taking a fashion course at the school during like the evenings.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, so I took a 4-week-long fashion course at Milan Fashion Campus, and that definitely made me know that fashion design really was my passion. In the class, we learned how to draw the fashion models and use Photoshop and style things and research for fashion design, and it really made me like very determined to go to college for fashion design and get my portfolio done, and it made my mind a lot clearer for what my future was going to be.
Okay. So in the end, like, even though you already had an idea, this gap experience in Italy really helped you, like, being even more determined.
Yeah, before I wasn't sure if it was what I wanted to do, but now I definitely know. It helped me so much. And also just walking the streets of Milan, just seeing everyone, what they're wearing, living in a city like this, it just made me realize that I really wanted to do fashion design.
Okay, nice. I think it's really nice. So in the end, like, this is the 10,000th proof that I hear, I think, from our students, that in the end, like, a gap experience, it's never a waste of time. Like, it's not just for personal growth, experience, whatever, but it's also like, it really, especially at this age, really helps you to understand what are going to be like your next moves. So I'm really, really happy that you just found like even more clarity on the path that you want to do. Okay, so my other question related to this, still related to fashion, and I'm curious to know, like, do you think that your personal style has changed after being here, since you are like someone that really like is into fashion and design?
Yeah.
Do you feel like changed
Like
in
my
this
clothes?
aspect? Also, yes.
Yes, definitely. Well, specifically my clothes. I am so much less afraid to wear what I want now. And like I wore full-length dresses to school and skirts and heels, and it gave me a lot of confidence. And
And why you think is that? It's like Milan. It's
yeah, I mean, people wear whatever they want here, and I love that. People are really creative, and it just makes me feel like I can do the same thing, and I will continue to do that, definitely when I go back.
okay, brava. This is important. Okay, so you feel like your identity and your beauty has a bit changed as well from this
I'm so much
experience.
less afraid to be myself in my clothes.
Nice. Which is still like a very powerful way to like express your identity and like send messages to others.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's definitely like how I express myself.
very nice. Okay, now we are like getting closer towards the end. I know, but it's gonna be beautiful. Like when you're gonna be back home with your family and you still have these memories forever.
Yes.
I want to know. Usually, I ask to students to tell me like what suggestion would they give to other students, that are maybe like uncertain about a gap experience. Now, what I want to ask you is, if you could write a letter to your past self, to the version of you who had just arrived in Italy, what would you tell her?
I would tell her, listen to your mom when she says that you'll get through it.
So nice.
Because my mom was so supportive of me when I got here. And she told me no matter how much I was upset and I wanted to come home because I missed my family so much, she told me, you will get through it. This is going to be a life-changing experience. You have to get out and go meet people, and you'll be okay. You'll get through it.
your parents were really supportive.
Yes, very.
Nice. Because, you know, sometimes, like, especially when students are so young, sometimes parents are a bit, like, overprotective, you know? And so the first time that their kid says, like, oh no, I don't feel, like, 100% well,
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, honey, come back home. You know, sometimes this happens. But what parents should do instead is actually what they did with you, and I'm very glad to hear that. And just like push you through the uncomfortable and like learn, like teach you to like shine despite of like maybe feeling a bit like sad or like whatever. So this is very, very nice. Okay, so tip to your past self, listen to your mom.
Yes.
Go out and just explore the world. Say yes to everything, as we said more and more times, and just go with the flow.
Exactly.
Mwah, perfect. So, on a personal level, I'm very curious to know, what do you bring back home? Like, not in your suitcase, not to like give to friends and family, like inside yourself.
Well, the biggest one, definitely my independence. The skill to make friends so much more confidently and easily. And also just a wider perspective on how the world works. If you stay in one place your whole life, you'll just kind of have a small like idea of the world. But like now I'm not just America and everywhere I've been there, but also people think a little differently here. And now I have just a wider experience and mind of how people work because I met so many more people.
Okay, nice, very nice. I think 3 key points.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be really helpful for you in your future life. Also, you know, like when you go to college, when you go
Yeah.
whenever, like to know that you have been so far away and you've still like managed to find friends, to make memories, to travel, go beautiful things. So once you're gonna be there, you're gonna be like, I did it so far away, so I can do it here as well.
Exactly.
You know, like this is very nice. It also happened to me when I came back from my experience abroad. I was like, I did these and these and these. Of course I can do these now,
Yeah.
you know? So
honestly, I told my parents the other day, I was like, I feel like I can do anything. That's actually how I feel. And like I can do any public transportation. It was so hard to figure that out at first. I can talk to anyone even if they don't speak a word of English. And it just, I feel like I can do anything now.
nice, beautiful. What will you do now that you'll be back? Like, do you, because you said there were some opportunities, so like, how do you see yourself now that you'll be back and like yourself in a year?
Yeah, well, definitely I'm going to apply to college in New York City, FIT. And probably a few other colleges too. And for the rest of the year, I would love to get a job in fashion design. Now that I have this on my, like,
Curriculum?
yeah, exactly. And people will see that I came here, that I took that class. I feel like I can get a job in not just in retail or food,
Yeah, of
in
course.
an actual important like fashion design job. Of course, regard like
Hopefully.
one for my
yeah,
age.
of course, of course.
Yeah.
Like an internship.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to do that. And then hopefully I'll go to college next year.
Okay. Now, I think in the end, like you already told me both of these things. So, my last question for you. Do you feel like there's something that I didn't ask you, that we didn't cover, that you still think it's important to talk about, like to underline for any future student? Something that you want to let them know, like you talk about transportation, like you want like any tip, I don't know, whatever that we didn't cover that you want to leave them with?
No, I think you covered everything pretty much.
Grazie, perfect. I'm very happy to hear that.
I just think the biggest thing is that you can do it. And there will be struggles and there will be difficulties that you think that you can't get past, and then you do. And you're like, wow, I just did it. That's it. And that's the biggest thing, I think.
Okay, so nice. Thank you so much for this. I'm sure that if there's someone listening that it's a bit like on the fence or like scared, I'm sure you gave them pretty like lots of reasons to like not to
Do
be.
it.
Perfect. And I thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck for now that you'll be back. So now first you enjoy the holiday season with your family, you spend some time with them because I know you miss them. And then from like New Year's Eve, January the 1st, you're gonna be set on what you want to do. You're gonna do your portfolio, you're gonna look for an internship, you're gonna apply in time, and everything is gonna be just the way you planned.
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And see you the next time.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.